Hello, everyone. Oh my gosh, it is the most exciting day of the month for anybody who is a new or returning stylist, and for those of us who welcomed you onto the team. So welcome. My name is Michelle Zito. I am your company vice president. I am here with Senior Division Leader Jennifer Ewert and Division Leader Joy Widgeon, and we are here to help you get your business off to a strong, amazing start and to help you meet all the goals that you are setting in your business. So just thrilled to see you here. We know that you joined this business to make money and not to spend it. And that is what you're here for, to learn exactly how to do that. Before we get started into the nitty gritty, first, say hi. Let us know where you're watching from and tag your recruiter if you are the new person. So tag the person who brought you onto their team. And if you are a recruiter waiting for your new person, go ahead and tag them now. And let us know, are you watching live right now or are you watching the replay? So couple of things too, just from a housekeeping perspective. We have a couple of different areas on Facebook that we like to make sure that you are in right away. Number one is this group, which is called Team Shine On. So this is our main organization page where you're going to find the notifications on the trainings, the Tuesday lunch and learns. You're going to find recognition. You're going to find ideas that people share that are working for them. You're going to find recordings. We're going to show you the guides that are here for you, where all the trainings are organized for the future. We're going to show you that more specifically at the end of the night. So if you're watching this, you made it to this group. The second group we'd love for you to be in is the group that we call Shine On and Party. And what that is that's a big Facebook group where we all as a team do fun extra events for our customers. And that includes your customers. So you likely have already set up a Facebook group for your personal customers. And that's going to be something that's going to be a great source of business for you. What this is a group where it's my customers and Joy's and Jen's and everybody else on the team, any customers that want to be in this larger group, because as a leader team, we love to do extra events for all of you. So things that take place in there. Very often on Thursdays, we have new jewelry. I get it here as fast as possible, or sometimes the leaders have received samples, or sometimes everyone has received samples. We show new jewelry in there as fast as we can. We do fun extra parties in there with upgraded raffles that maybe you do in your VIP group, so that then there's a whole extra sense of community and fun and style tips. And it just is a way for you to enhance your income in a way that's very low work for you, because we do the lives, we provide the prizes, we do everything. You just invite and follow up and take orders. So that Shine On and Party group link, we're going to put in the comments for you to join that link in case you've not done that already, as well as our one-stop group. It's got a much longer name than that, but the first two words are one stop. And that is our social media group, where you're going to be able to pull the scripts that you can use for a party, the images for like, what's the sale this week? It's where you will put and take photos wearing the jewelry, all kinds of things. It's run by Jeanette Likens, who actually is one of our own team members, and she is super talented at graphics. And there's always something there that you can pull from in order to put visuals out there, as well as to run special events. So we're going to put the link to those two groups in there. There are other groups too that you may want to or have already joined, but those are the two we mainly want you in right now. So ready to make some money? I hope that you have a pen and a piece of paper. There's going to be some things you're going to take notes on, and then there's some things that we're just going to show you where the resource is for you to go ahead and retrieve it. But let's start out with, how are we getting paid? Did anyone come here to make money? So let's start with that. So I'm going to turn it over to Jen, who's going to share a bit about how you are getting paid.
All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. So you may have seen in any of the reading that you've already done where it says N plus N, okay? What that stands for is net plus non, right? And that is how you are going to know what's going to show up on your paycheck and what's going to be included in some of the incentives that we do here at Park Lane. So let's break it down. Have you ever shopped our Park Lane sale? Go ahead and put a 1 in the comments if you have ever shopped the 2 and 4 sale here at Park Lane, where you choose your 2 lowest priced items as your full price items. You get your half price items. Then you can add on bonus items, right? If you've ever shopped that sale, go ahead and put a 1 in the comments. Let's break down that sale so you know now as a stylist what that looks like, so what's going to go on your paycheck, okay? So the 2 low price items and the half price items, those are all considered net. Net shows up on your paycheck, okay? That's what you get paid on. Then you have your bonus items. That would be considered non. So it's non-commission. You don't see that on your paycheck, but I will tell you that we are going to tell you why you want to promote those bonus items, because they are going to earn you some really amazing, incredible stuff here at Park Lane as well, okay? So that's one part that you can make money, is promoting the 2 and the 4 sale, okay? The next way would be our style drops. How many of you have purchased a certain color impression bracelet along the way? Any of our incredible style drops, right? So you know how when you do a style drop, you have to spend $40, right? And then that unlocks your style drop piece, whether it's, a $25, $28, $35, $40 piece, whatever it is. So the $40 initially that a person is going to spend, that's considered net, all right? So you're going to make your commission on the net, and then your style drop piece, the actual piece, is considered a non-piece. So smart of Park Lane to require that gift with purchase. That really is what a style drop is, because you are making money, and then you are also being able to gift these gorgeous style drop pieces that are very high end. Most of them are over $100 and $200, and people are getting them for a fraction of the cost. So such a great way to promote and to build our businesses. So that's another way. Now, how about our host rewards? How many of you have hosted, before coming to Stylist, have hosted a party with your stylist, and you were able to get 4, 5, 6, 7, how many thousands of dollars in free and discounted jewelry? Let us know in the comments if that's you. All right, because even on our host rewards, we have an additional way to be able to have net sales on our paycheck, which is really unique. There are a lot of companies out there where we're not making money on the hostess benefits, but we can here on the additional half price items that hostesses add on to their order, okay? So they have their shopping credit, they have their thank you item, they have half price items, and then they can also get those style drop pieces too on their host order. So if they're taking advantage of the style drop and the thank you item or the bonus item as a host, that's non. But if they're adding half price items, then you're going to get more net on your paycheck. How incredible is that? Who is ready to make some money here? Because there is so much money to be made. Now, there's one other thing that I wanted to talk about real quick, and that's our sparkle boxes. So how many of you already get a sparkle box? Maybe you subscribed with your stylist initially. If you haven't, make sure that you talk to the person that brought you in, or your leader, or just comment here and be like, I need to sign up, right? And we'll let you know when the best time is to get your sparkle box. But pretty much we want you to get it right away, because when you have a sparkle box, then you are going to be able to share it and build sparkle boxes in your own business. Now, a sparkle box initially is considered a non-commission, but once you've been here and you're ready to start your promotion journey, which we can't wait to help you do, when you are going for a promotion, like an area level promotion, you are working towards a sales goal. And so that sales goal is a net sales goal, and your Sparkle boxes then count as net. So Sparkle boxes are really important. They also create this exclusive club in your community that everybody wants to be a part of. Your Sparkle Box subscribers are going to be the ones that are cheering you on by posting in their social media, by coming to your community pages and posting, and creating this fun FOMO and frenzy that others are going to want to join and be a part of your Sparkle Box club. So make sure that you are promoting your Sparkle Box. There are two different options. You can do the standard, that's one piece of jewelry for $24, or for $15 more, you're going to get two coordinating pieces every single month for $39. So such a steal to be able to grab the box, and then it comes in this really fun box. We change the colors every few months, and everybody loves when their Sparkle boxes come in. So that is how you are going to build your paycheck to whatever it is your income goal here is at Park Lane. So I hope that you're ready to make some money.
All right. So now that you know how you're making the money, let's talk about when you're making the money. So Joy is going to explain that end of it.
Hey, everybody. Listen, thank you, Jen, so much for explaining the net and the non. Now that we know that we get paid on the net, let's talk about when. One thing I love about Park Lane is that we get paid weekly. Whoop, whoop. So, but you still need to know when during the week in order to take advantage of getting paid weekly, right? Right. So if you have another device, you might have your phone, you're watching on your computer, or vice versa, pull up a calendar, okay? When you pull up your calendar, pull up June, okay? And I'm asking you to pull up June because what I want you to learn is that the beginning of June, this month, actually started in May. So the first week of June in Park Lane World started May 30th. That is Thursday, May 30th. That's week 1. All right. It runs until Wednesday, June 5th. Okay. June 5th. So you have May 30th to June 5th is week 1. What you're going to do is on that day, everything you have, whether it's net, non, everything you have in your back office, all your parties, you're going to make sure that they're all closed up. You're going to make sure you have your hostesses order everything in so that you can hit the submit button. When you submit by Wednesday, all right, we're looking at the calendar, the 5th, Park Lane is going to cut your check on that Friday. This is each and every week. The 7th, okay? Now, my bank may be different from yours, but I usually typically see my pay on, it would be Tuesday, the 11th, okay? And then so on and so forth. This is a 4-week month. So you're going to follow that same pattern throughout the month. The last day of June actually falls on Wednesday, the 26th of June. So this month goes from the first day is actually Thursday, May 30th. The last day is the 26th. All right, Michelle.
All right.
I think we're all good on the pay. Actually, put a one in the comments if you're all good with the pay.
Yes. Because I know that's why you are here. Are we going to earn jewelry? Are we going to earn all kinds of fun incentives? Yes. And in fact, that's what we're going to talk about now. But nothing's more important than that weekly paycheck. All right. So what we're going to do now, we want you to be able to earn the free jewelry that Park Lane offers us each and every month. So I'm going to share my screen now. and we're going to show you our Rich Rewards program. So if ever you see us talking about, and you see written anywhere RRC or RRC level 1, there's all kinds of Rich Rewards, or RRC, which stands for Rich Rewards Club, is the program where we earn jewelry. So if we were to pop over here into what we just kind of call the back office, when you sign into your personal website and you come back here, what you'll always find up here at the top are these two things: the Loop and the Style Boss News. The Style Boss News is the monthly newsletter from Park Lane, where they kind of give an overview of the month and what's happening as we begin a new month. So the Style Boss News for June came out, as Joy just described, that first Thursday in June, which in Park Lane World, which was actually May 30th, right? So I'm going to open that in a second. But the other thing that's here is the Loop. The Loop is the weekly email that goes out at the crack of dawn every Thursday morning. So on Thursday mornings, the Loop comes out to us and lets us know if there's any new jewelry released that day, if there's any enhancements or changes to the sale, any just last minute ideas, all kinds of fun things, recapping what's happening that week are in the Loop. So for any reason you can't find the email, you didn't get the email, you want to go back to it but can't find it somewhere in your emails, you can always just grab it here. But we're going to take a look at the Style Boss News for June, which gives you an idea of what this overview looks like. So this came out at the start of the month, and we have things like Travel Insider for the beginning of the month. Oh my gosh, by the way, make sure that you go back to this, because these are the 6 finalists of where the Park Lane next incentive trip is going to be. Of these options, Portugal, Hungary, Grand Cayman Islands, Zurich, Switzerland, Seville, Spain, or Iceland, which will you be voting for? Or which are you hoping that it will be? Oh, and Munich, Germany. Sorry, I cut one off. How exciting that this is coming up. Please make sure that you do register for our online convention. There's going to be so many amazing trainings. There's going to be fantastic raffles, all kinds of things going on. So definitely come back and take a look at these dates. Oh, look at that. And so all the time you want to come back here, you are all eligible to go ahead and earn all of these things that you see here. We're all on equal footing for that. At the beginning of June, we had this new Mabel necklace released. So this is what we mean about how there's monthly things in here, which is why we need the weekly, which gives us the new updates. Kid specials. I mean, it's just never ending what they put in here for us. So here is where we see our Rich Rewards program. And this is where you're going to earn that free jewelry each and every month. So take it away, Jen.
All right. So this is where the other side of the N takes over, the non, right? Because N plus N, you see it right there, net plus non. So all of your bonus items, all of your style drops, all of your sparkle boxes, those count towards all of the different levels of Rich Rewards, trip qualification, your convention recognition, all of those extra things that we can earn here at Park Lane considers the N plus N. Okay, so that's why the non is still extremely important. So are you ready to start earning some free jewelry, which is really a great thing because this is so you're not having to dip into that weekly paycheck. You are going to be able to use your Rich Rewards to have new jewelry for yourself to keep your kit fresh. You're also going to have that new jewelry so that you can be able to give it away and to be able to help others to build your business as well, right? Okay, so let's go with level 1, when you submit $1,000 in net and non-sales in the first 2 commission weeks of any given week. So whether you are brand new or whether you are, here 20 years, you're still going to be able to take advantage of our Rich Rewards Club. So again, just looking at our June calendar, if you were to qualify for this, you would have to do the $1,000 between finishing the week of the 12th. So you're going to have that $1,000 in by the 12th of June, okay, if you are looking at your June calendar. All right. Now, level 2, you're just going to add on a little bit more in sales, doing $2,500 in net and non-sales, adding one more week onto your calendar, which would be June the 19th. Okay, so when you do $2,500 in net and non-sales in the first 3 weeks of any calendar month, then you are getting one of our new pieces that normally are released within the next month or two. So this month is our Bloom bracelet, but in that stunning cobalt blue color. Let me tell you, that one is going to be so popular, considering the amount of fun new blue pieces that we've had in the last couple months. People are going to be yammering for the Bloom bracelet and the blue. So that is level 2. There's more, but wait, there's more. Level 3, you're going to add an additional $300 shopping spree because our Rich Rewards Club is cumulative. So if you got level 1, you got level 2, you can still get level 3 and add on an additional $300. Now, the really cool thing also about Rich Rewards is that, let's say that you didn't do the first 2 weeks, maybe you're coming in later in the month, or maybe you just didn't hit that in the first 2 weeks, you can still get level 3, 4, and 5, right? By just doing these ones. So you don't have to do 1 and 2 in order to get level 3. All you have to do is submit $4,000 in the entire calendar, Park Lane calendar month, and you're going to be getting level 3. So levels 4 and 5, Joy is going to talk about, which is our favorite here on Team Shine On, which is team building.
Yes. I love level 4 and 5. 1, because that means you have growth. 2, it's another way of accumulating more, my word for 2024, and also utilizing those other levels, like you said, Jen, to incentivize those who may be coming in and joining your team. You may have all the jewelry in the world, but guess what? There's nothing like a free piece to be able to give away to a new team member. So at level 4, this can happen anytime in the month. It can happen in the first 2 weeks. It can happen in the last week of the month. When you sponsor 2 personal recruits who qualify within the commission dates of the month, reminder, May 30 to April 26th is this month.
June 26th.
June, thank you. I'm going backwards. June 26th. There you will be rewarded with an additional $300 in jewelry of your choice. That's 2 new team members. That is amazing. And as a new stylist, wow, Michelle's going to tell us how that's really going to impact your paycheck. Next, level 5, we have, when you sponsor 4 personal recruits who start within the commission dates of the same calendar month, you will be rewarded with $300 in jewelry of your choice. Now, this is that level where I want you to lean in. I don't want you to step back and be like, oh, no, I can't do that. We can do anything we put our minds to. And I have some good news for you. You are not going to do it alone. We are here to help you. Your upline, Michelle, Joy, Jen, we are here to help you. If you are not sure, if you have any questions, we help each other. We will help you. So lean in. So that is our RRC Rich Rewards Club program.
Yes, amazing. Because when you are earning those recruiting levels of rich rewards, you also get a raise in pay. And it only takes one person joining your team. When you join us as a stylist, one person joining your team makes you able to get that raise. Now, can you please comment raise if you'd like to hear a little bit more about that you would like to be earning 35% at each party instead of 30%? Go ahead and comment raise if you want a little more detail from Jen about that. All right, go ahead, Jen.
Yeah, all right. So here at Park Lane, you can get a raise as quickly as you want to. So I don't know about you, but if you work in a corporate America job, have you gotten a 5% raise the week that you started? I'm going to guess the answer is no, okay? But here at Park Lane, you certainly can. And all that is required is that you yourself are going to submit $1,000 in net and non-sales, right? Many of you may have already done that because you probably put your launch party in already. And of course, our goal is to get that launch party in at $1,000. So you may have already done step number 1. If not, you are probably well on your way. So talk to your leader and double check that. But that's step number 2, or step number 1. Step number 2 is that you are going to help somebody else do the exact same thing. And it's probably not you that's going to be doing the work. It's going to be your leader. They're going to do the launch party for that person, and we're going to help them get the sales and the bookings just like we did for you in order to help you get launched well. So that's all it takes. When you do $1,000 in net non-sales and they do $1,000 in net non-sales, then you are going to be getting a 5% raise. And we love the very most to continue to repeat that process for that new person. And then you're going to be well on your way to your next promotion, which is area, which is an amazing promotion that we want to help you get to as well.
Love it. So it is something like Joy had said, it's not something that you have to figure out on your own, this team building thing. And some of you may already know that because you just may have joined with someone that's brand new. And maybe the way that you got the information about Park Lane was by joining us for a free Jewels live stream chats. Go ahead and let us know. Did you join by joining us for a free Jewels chat? I know that Shonda, for example, recently joined us, and she was the winner of the free Jewels chat. And then less than a week later, she came across my email as having just joined Beth Faust's team. So we do this free Jewels chat for you every Monday night, so that all you have to do is invite people to come win a piece of jewelry. We raffle off bracelets, usually a bracelet or a necklace, always high end, beautiful. And we live stream it straight from our team business page so that it's a public forum that you can just click the share button and put anywhere you want. You can share it into your VIP group. You can share it straight to your regular Facebook profile and just simply let everybody that's on your Facebook feed see that along with you, watch it along with you. We do share it into that big team party group that we spoke about as well, or just run it directly in there. There's so many ways that you can get. We also have a YouTube link of it each week because maybe you're working with someone who's not on Facebook. No problem. We provide a YouTube link for that to be watched as well. And then all we do is we answer like usually what we call like the 4 main questions that people typically come to something like this with. We do a 20-ish minutes presentation answering the questions. They can, of course, ask additional questions in the chat. And then at the end, they're provided a link to fill out a survey, letting us know what they thought. They can ask more questions there. They can, they just answer the questions. And then they go into a raffle to win that day's free jewelry. So this is every single Monday night. There is never any reason for you to not know how to share the information. If it's already, like if it was just Tuesday, don't wait 6 days for somebody. Either tag them in the live stream that just passed, because usually I do the prize at the end of the week so that there's a few days for people to fill out that survey. And then, and like I said, you can also send them the YouTube link. But we want that to be so easy for you. And there are so many people on our team that have promoted up 1, 2, 3 levels or more by being consistent in just inviting people to just come and win a piece of jewelry. So that's why we call it the free jewels chat and not the come sign up and learn more about Park Lane, because that's intimidating. Free jewels chat is fun. Come hear more, win a piece of jewelry. So, all right. So let's get your businesses going here. We want to make sure that you're building your group. We want your launch party up and running, and we want to help you book more parties. So you want to make some lists. Let's get that piece of paper and a pen rolling. So we're going to do some list making. Jen, you want to help him out with a quick list, some inspiration?
Sure, I can do that. So this is going to be a list that you do not want to overthink. All right. So grab your pen and paper, jot down the questions that I'm going to ask you, and jot down the first 3 to 5 names that come to your mind. You may want to also come revisit this when we're done here. Take another, 5 or 10 minutes to go through these questions that I'm going to ask you, and just jot down a few names. Then you're going to take those names, you're going to take a picture, and you're going to send that to your leader, and they're going to kind of help you to know what to do next with all of these names. Okay? Are you ready? Did you have enough time to grab your pen and paper? All right, here we go. Who is the most competitive person that you know? Who is someone that loves to play games? Who loves to, maybe someone that likes to bet, right? Who are people that are just always your competitive go-to? You're going to pick them to be on your team for trivia, right? Because most oftentimes they make great people and great contacts for you here in your Park Lane business. Okay, the next person. Who is the easiest person to talk to? Oftentimes these people have a lot of friends and contacts because they're just great people that are good connectors. All right, so who are 3 to 5 people that are just really easy to talk to? You're going to be able to pick up the phone and share with them something that happened in your day. You love chatting with them. Okay, the next question is, if you had $1,000 of your own money that you could put on 10 people that would be great at this business, who would it be and why? All right, so it costs $99, right, to sign up. So if you had $1,000 that you could say, I want these 10 people to try out Park Lane because I think they would be really good at it, jot those people down. Jot those names down. And again, you're not going to do anything with them right this second, so don't feel scared about it, right? Your leader is going to help you to know how to proceed forward with some of these names. So they're just going on a piece of paper right now. Just jot their names down. All right. Who do you know that has been successful in direct sales before? Who has done a business like this before where they have a really great social media presence? You really admire the way that they run their group. They are always doing fun promotions, right? Who are people that you have seen either in the past or present that are really great in the direct sales industry? Because we've got some great options for them in many different facets that we're going to be able to approach them. They might be really great at being a host for you. They may also want some more information about our direct appoint program here at Park Lane, and your leader can help to guide you through that. Okay. All right. Next question. Who is the most connected person that you know? Who is involved in community organizations? They're on a country club board. They are on the school PTA. They are involved in any community organizations. They're realtors, right? Realtors often are very connected people. Who are people that know a lot of people. They're going to be ones that are going to be able to help you to expand your business as they introduce you to new people and new networks that you're going to be able to introduce those people to Park Lane too. All right. So those are just a few quick questions to just begin to help you jog your brain to get out of your little circle of people that you know to get a little bit bigger. So that's the first part. Michelle, are we going to invite Frank to this party as well?
Yes, we're going to do a round robin here and tell you who is Frank. All right, so you're going to take your paper and you're just going to write down the side. Frank. Okay, so write it down this way. Frank. All right, Joy, who's F?
Frank, the F is friends. Your friends. Oh my goodness, these are going to be your friends that your best friends. They're going to be your work friends. They're going to be your girlfriends, your associates, your friends. So that is the F in Frank.
Present, past,
Yes, high school friends. Don't forget about them.
Exactly. All right. And R, we'll go the way I see it. Jen, you're next.
All right. Sounds good. All right. R is for your relatives. So it could be your immediate relatives. Again, it could be, your aunts, your great aunts, right? Go ahead and expound that list, not from just your little relatives, but distant relatives as well. So think of those people, just jot them down. Don't think too hard, just write. All right.
Yeah.
Hey,
And,
Michelle,
it's, when I was getting started, I don't have sisters. My mom was very not into having a party with me. And the family, the relatives that ended up helping me out were my husband's cousins. There was 2 of my husband's cousins that were women that decided that they would have a show with me. And then like a cousin that I would have never asked myself, and shame on me, actually ended up coming to me to host a show, which was a big fat lesson in don't prejudge, because she was someone that I would have never in a million years thought was interested in what I was selling. And she didn't care what I was selling. She didn't even know what I sold. Her literal words were, I've been wanting to have one of those like ladies come over parties. So what is it that you sell? I could have told her auto parts and she would have still had the party. So it was a really big lesson in do not prejudge, just ask, because really what you're selling is you and the fun that you offer, and your family and friends and everyone you're asking is deciding if they want to, kind of get in on the fun. So okay, so yes, so moving on. A is we're just using that as like associates. These are people that you know through like organizations and work and things like that. So this is like girls from your Zumba class, girls from, you belong to the Lions Club, the women from work, the hair salon, like just places that you go or belong to. Maybe you're in the PTA, anything like that, where it's some sort of organization. Do you belong to like the pool or the yacht club or the, anything like that in your neighborhood? Your gym, any exercise classes, all of those things. Keep making the list. And as people come off the list, new people go on the list. All right, we're up to N, Joy.
N is going to be your neighbors. And don't think of just the people on that sandwich your house, not the ends of the bread. You don't want the bread. You want to go to the neighbors, down the street, across the street, 2 streets over, that your neighborhood. Think of your neighborhood, more or less. The person who's walking their dog and you're like, oh, she's stylish. Or she just may want to get some ladies together. The best thing about neighbors is this. We all know what each other's houses look like from afar, but we don't know what they actually look like either inside or outside, up close and personal.
That's right.
So I don't know anybody who doesn't like to show off their either backyard, their living room with their huge TVs. And neighbors are nosy. They want to see your house.
Yeah. And you know what's nice about the neighbors for the in-person parties too, is that even in bad weather, neighbors come. So like in the summer, that might be a real rainy day. They're still coming because they're just scooting across the street. They're not driving a half an hour in the rain. In the winter, even when it snows or it's nasty out, your neighbors scoot over. If there's going to be cocktails involved, they're like, "Ooh, I could just walk home." So the neighbor party, definitely do not discount the neighbor party. The neighbor invite to your party too, because we're talking here about people that you can not only ask to have a party, but people that you're going to invite to your first parties. So that was N. K.
One more thing I always like to mention for neighbors too, I'm going to just add on to this, is that I don't know about you, but like oftentimes we go to friends' houses for like a specific holiday, right? Like 4th of July, we always go, or like Halloween, right? And like then, right. And then they're inviting their neighbor friends. And so then you know their neighbors. And so remember those types of people too. Do the kind of like wrap around of like, or old neighbors from old neighborhoods too.
Right.
So just let your brain think creatively and not so like Joy was saying, don't just be the end of the bread.
Right. I love that.
Okay, K, right? And K. All right, K is going to be any connections that you have through kiddos. So they could be your own kiddos, they could be grandkids, they could be nieces and nephews. They can be you work in a school or a daycare, and so you've got a lot of connections because of kiddos. So maybe you are sitting on a bench at a ball field, right? And you've now got some connections with other parents and grandparents and other family members of these kiddos as well. Those are the people that you're going to write down to talk with. I know that we have all done creative shows even at ball fields and rolled out some jewelry there as the kiddos are practicing or, you know, in between games, right? There's so many travel leagues where you've got like these 2 hours strange windows between games that, guess what? You could roll out some jewelry. People could do some shopping. Maybe you could turn it into a fundraiser. So what are those connections that you have because of kiddos that you can help Park Lane be helpful for?
Love that. S is for, there's really two ways that you can go with S. S can be people you know through your spouse, and can also be people you know through your social media. You'll find success with both letters, or one or the other. So again, that might be that every time you have to go to your husband's end of the year, blah, blah party, and you end up always talking to Sylvia because she's nice and she's fun and she's cute, then Sylvia is the one you're talking to. So any of those like work type functions, if there are, maybe you don't roll your eyes at company events, right? Maybe you're like, actually, I can make some contacts at it this time. And also your social media houses tons of people that you can engage with. Are we going straight for the jugular from the girl who sat behind you in homeroom with, hey, do you want to have a party? No, we are not. But we are going to have conversations, catch up, and have a few conversations reconnecting. And then maybe she's going to see some things you're posting and reach out to you, or then you're allowed to ask if they might want to attend or whatever. Now, I would also just toss in the bring a friend. As you are inviting these people to your shows, and I say shows because you can certainly have more than one launch party. In fact, we encourage it. The bring a friend is the best guest in the room or in the Facebook group, because the bring a friend comes to the party because they actually like what you're selling. So if someone called me up and said, hey, you know, Michelle, my friend Sue is having, and then she names something that I like. So let's say she knows that I do like to cook, and her friend was having some sort of cooking or ingredients type of party. I would be a good person to bring because I'm going to show up and I'm going to find something that I want for my kitchen. Your friends, when you say bring a friend, they're thinking of who do I know that loves jewelry? and that's the person they're bringing. When I was getting started, at the last minute, I invited my neighbor. We were standing at the bus stop waiting for the bus to pick up the kids. I wasn't particularly friendly with her, but like we would see them as much as you see random neighbors, right? I invited her at the last minute. The day of the party, she said, "Is it okay if I bring my aunt and my sister?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, of course you can." They all made purchases, and to this day, 10 years later, that sister has spent literally thousands of dollars with me, and as recently as a week ago, she is still shopping from 10 years ago. Someone I would have never met had I not invited my neighbor in and then encouraged her to bring a friend. So please keep that all in mind. All right, so now that you're like having a list and all this is going on, now it's like, what do I say? What do I do? Now, if you have a launch party set up, or you had your launch party and you had a Facebook group for your launch, that's your VIP group. So don't go making another Facebook group. Your recruiter or that person's leader is going to help you transition that over. We're going to put a new banner up. You're going to name it what you want to name it moving forward. And then show you in the one-stop group where the resources are to keep that up and running. So good news, if you had a list of, oh my gosh, I have to make a VIP group. No, we did that for you already. That's why we do parties and groups, so that it's there for you. But there are definitely like right words and less desirable, I won't say wrong, but less desirable words to use. And most of those things we keep for you in the guides. Joy, as I share my screen, what do you love about the guides?
What I love about the guides is that they follow the top tips of what not to do. They tell you exactly what to do. However, you can still tweak it to make it your own. It's a free and easy way. We love free and we love easy. A free and easy way to get an idea of what you want to say when you reach out, but not copy and paste exactly, and not send the same message to 100 people. You want to personally invite people. You don't want to spam them. You don't want to add them all to a messenger chat. You don't want to add them all to a group text. We don't want to get on people's nerves before we get started. We want people to like us, and people don't like those types of things. Group text, group chats. I don't like those types of things.
Yeah.
So and also I don't think any of us do, right?
Right.
and also
let's dive into these guides.
Oh yes.
Here is when I'm on the computer, just so that you guys know, when you view it from the phone and from the computer, it does look different. It may even be different Android to Apple, but ultimately this is where the things generally are. But we're just going to take a quick look at the guides here, because when you click on the guides, what you find is basically like an encyclopedia of everything that you need. And in order to make it easiest for you, our newest stylists, Guide 1 is all about your first 90 days in business. So when you open this up, you're going to find things in the general order that you might use them as well. So if you haven't yet chosen your kit or shopped for any rich rewards, definitely watch this video, because there are guidelines as to what can go in a kit and why, as well as suggestions of bestsellers and things like that. What do you say at a party? These words. When you want to ask someone to book a show, just like Joy was saying, here are tons of great suggestions. Remembering, though, that all of these are individual conversations. People love to have their opinion asked for. People love to know why you would like them at the party. So when you're inviting people to your launch, things like, you're always the most stylish of the group. I need your opinion so that I know what to put in my kit. So as you take a look through what's in these guides, you'll, perhaps start out with, see all these words you need to invite. You're going to look at any of these things and make them sound like you. That's always the rule of thumb with any type of, anytime we share words, we're always making them sound like ourselves first. If the message becomes unrecognizable, maybe check with your leader, because sometimes we do put things a certain way because we know it works. But the cut and paste over and over again is, people can smell that from a mile away, and it's just not great. Now, when it comes to getting shows actually booked, there's a big difference between, yeah, I'll have a party, and Fran Smith is having a party on June 14th. There's a big difference, and direct language is what gets you there. So when we're talking about, well, actually, Jen, let me have you share that about when you give the two choices at a time.
Okay, yeah, this is our favorite, and it's our favorite because it works.
Yeah.
So when you go to like a dentist appointment is always my favorite explanation of this, because you're booking 6 months out, right? And usually when the receptionist opens up the calendar, they're going to say, do you want the same day, same time, right? They're giving you two choices. Do you want the week of, February 4th or the week of February 14th? We do that same thing because it works. So you're going to look at your calendar, and you're going to pick the days that you want to work, that work for you. All right. So let's say that you may want to do a show on a Thursday and you're willing to do a show on a Saturday, right? So then you're going to approach somebody that you're wanting to have a show, and you're going to say, hey, I have June 20th, or I have Sunday the 9th open, right? Pick the 2 days that you have available that you want to book, and then you're going to back them into those spaces. Do you want a weekday? Do you want a weekend? Do you want an evening? Do you want a brunch and bling, right? So you're going to go back and forth with those two choices until they say yes. It truly is as simple as that. Pick your two, and then you're writing the name on the date, whether that is June 9th or whether that is October 9th. It doesn't matter. You're writing the name in the calendar.
Yeah, that's when you have a show booked. Because if you call your leader and say, I have a show booked, they're going to say, when? And if you don't have an answer, then you don't have a show booked. What you have is someone interested in having a show. And the way to change them from interested to booked is exactly what Jen just shared. And those little yeses are what works so successfully. So now, one of the things that we kind of what we want to really leave you with today is knowing that in not only direct sales and in not only here at Park Lane, but here on this team specifically, I want you to always remember that success is the achievement of goals that you set, meaning you personally. So whatever it is that you're working towards, your leader is going to help you with that goal. And it doesn't matter if someone else is selling more or less than that, because your goal is the only thing that's important when it comes to your business. So I've been in direct sales now for 24 years. Exactly. I started in June of 2000. And this is exactly when I got started. At that time, I was a teacher on maternity leave. And what I needed was $600 a month to pay the COBRA on our health insurance. And as long as I made $600 a month, my business was a success. And I was going to be able to continue to stay home because it was summer break. And that's what I wanted. So when I was with a different company from my first 14 years of direct sales. So in that company, the person who did my party told me she made $200. So I said, all right, I guess that means that if I do 3 shows a month, I'll make $600. So that's what I did. I ordered a kit. I did 3 parties, and my paycheck was $604.62. My husband and I could not believe it, that it was really as simple as know what you usually make at a party times how many parties, then that's the amount that you would have. So the next month, so we were like, well, I guess we might as well shoot for a little more, right? I mean, I would have thought you would have to work more than 3 times of a whole entire month. So the next month I'm like, let's go for 1,000. So I did a couple of more parties than that, and I made $1,000. The month after that, somebody wanted to join, and I realized, oh, you got paid extra for that. Okay. Well, good thing all of this was getting figured out because I was already pregnant again by the time school started in September. So I continued out on maternity leave for that year as well. And then ended up just kind of staying on that path for the next 14 years. And I was, every time we wanted to earn more, whether it was for me to take over an additional bill, whether it was, actually, I don't know what happened, but now somehow I pay the mortgage. I don't know how I graduated from $600 Cobra to paying the mortgage, but that's the way it's played out. And of course, but that's the beauty of all of this. You can change your goals, you can increase, you can decrease, you can do whatever it is that you want. But that's the key, knowing what you want. So if you've not done so already, I really encourage you to take some time to think about, what is it that you want? What's the amount of money that you're going to be able to point to and say, this is successful for me? Because if you don't know that, you don't know when to celebrate. We don't know what is success means to you, right? Because if I ran into a mom at the store and she was like, oh my gosh, Michelle, how's that new business going? If I said something to the effect of, well, I did a couple of shows and I guess it's going well. I went to the meeting and there was girls that sold way more than me. So I guess they're better at it than I am, but it's good. That they're going to be like, oh, okay. Whereas if I say, oh my gosh, it's been amazing. I just wanted to be able to continue to stay out on maternity leave. I made the whole Cobra payment. I've been having a great summer at home with the baby, and I'm actually continuing my maternity leave into the fall because I'm already having another baby. People would be like, oh my gosh, that's fantastic. Maybe I should have a show. Maybe you have any information on that? My sister-in-law is on maternity leave. And it was all in the presentation. It didn't matter if somebody else sold 3,000 or earned 3,000 because my goal was 600. So take some time to think about not just the income goal of what it is, but what is it that you're paying with that? Because if it's student loans, if it's vacation money, if it's orthodontia, if it's tuition, Lord, we have hemorrhaged tuition in this house for over 20 years. That's what's going to help you know what is success to you here in this Park Lane business. So there is a what we kind of call the glam plan. There's like a style success brochure that we love to go over with new stylists one-on-one or in small groups. So if you've not had a glam plan appointment with your leader, which may or may not be your recruiter, comment glam plan here, and the leader that is that is wanting to do that with you will reach out so that we can get you do that more specific conversation so we know what your goals are and can help you with that. So thank you so much, everyone, for taking the time. I know this is a whole hour and maybe you watched it in segments. That's totally fine. But you really took time to start your new business off to a great start. And if you watch this as a refresher, hats off to you as well, because there's never anything wrong with engaging in a little refreshment on your business. So we hope to see you on the Tuesday Lunch and Learns, the Thursday recognition and updates. And Jen and Joy, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to help train the whole organization. So appreciate it.
See ya.
Thank you.
Have a great night, everybody.